Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we're going to talk about the Braille alphabet, so let's get into it.
Braille is a system of transcribing print in order to be read by touch. The basic Braille alphabet is composed of 6 dots. The positions are normally numbered starting from the top of the left-hand column. This makes the Braille a set of combinations because each dot has an individual pattern.
I'm going to explain about the objectives that are divided into two sections, the general objective and the specific objective. The general objective is to give a complete explanation about functions and the Braille alphabet, including definition, system evolution, and how it works in order to make understand our audience the relationship between them. In the case of the specific objective is to explain the functions relationship and the improvement and purpose of the issue for visually impaired. And finally, apply our knowledge and researches with the help of a workshop, and there are both objectives.
A function is a rule which operates on one number to give another number. In other words, if we start with an input and we apply the function, we get an output. They have an independent and a dependent variable, as in the example.
We'll talk to you about the relationship between functions and the Braille alphabet. In math, functions can be defined as an expression, rule, or law that connects and defines two variables, the dependent variable and the independent variable. In the Braille alphabet, in order to make the first 10 letters, we need to have the 4 top dots. In order to make another 10 letters, we need to have the dot number 3. And to make the last 6 letters, we need to have the dot number 6. This means that for each letter in the alphabet, there is only one specific combination and cannot be repeated. This helps the communication of the blind people, and this was the relationship between functions and the Braille alphabet.
An alphabet is a set of letters or symbols used to represent a basic set of speech sounds of a language. They are classified into two main categories. The first category is alphabet, where each character represents either a vowel or a consonant, and it needs at most 35 separate letters. The second category is syllabaries. This language requires 150 characters to represent each possible consonant-vowel syllable, plus 5 for the vowels. They represent the sounds of words rather than units of meaning.
Hi everyone, now I'm going to show you what is Braille. Braille is a system of reading and writing by touch used by the blind. It consists of arrangement dots which make up letters of the alphabet, numbers, and punctuation marks. This is a Braille cell that consists of 6 dots. There are several combinations and each one represents a Braille letter, number, or punctuation mark. Well, but how does the Braille alphabet actually works? Well, with this picture, we can understand how it works. In the first row, we can see the base patterns. In the second row, we can see that it's the same as the first one, but now dot 3 is added. In the third row, it's the same as the second one, but now they add the dot number 6. Now, the letters Ñ and W do not follow these patterns because they were added later. So, these letters are the rotation of the letters Q and R respectively.
I'm going to talk with you about the evolution of the Braille alphabet. So the Braille alphabet and its use have been spread worldwide. The history begins when the French university student Louis Braille, at his age of 15, in the year of 1824, developed a simple and an easiest way to represent French letters, using something called the Braille cell. That was a system using raised dots into columns. He based himself in the military encoding. The first one was the Morse code, also known as the Morse alphabet, that was a system of representing letters and numbers using signals emitted. Each Morse code symbol is formed by a sequence of dots and dashes. The second one was the night writing. This was an encoding system using symbols of 12 dots arranged to 2 columns of 6 dots embossed to a square of paperboard. The code for engineering mathematics changed several times during the first half of the 20th century, but in the 1952 the named code for mathematics notation was first created, and by the 72 the named code was the standard. This system used a 2 rows and a 2 columns for tactile reading by the visually impaired.
Hello, welcome to the section of workshop. I'm going to explain you the general idea and the main purpose of this workshop. Okay, so the general idea of this workshop is to show how to use Braille alphabet with small balls or lemons and with egg cartons. And once you understand the alphabet, you will see that each letter corresponds to a different combination of dots, and you will be able to write different words on the cartons. Okay, and the purpose of this workshop is to participants of this activity emphasize and somehow understand the situation of people with vision problems and have a general comprehension to use Braille alphabet in a fun and interesting way.
The materials for this activity are 4 empty egg cartons, 10 lemons, scissors, and a maker.
Okay, so I'm going to explain the steps for the workshop. First, we need to take the egg carton and cut it so we can have 2 columns with 3 quadrants each. Then we need to numerate each quadrant starting from the upper left column and going down until 3, and then continue with the upper right column starting from 4 and going down until 6. Repeat the same procedure with the other 3 cartons. So at the end, we need to have 4 egg cartons, cut it into 6 quadrants, and numerated from 1 to 6 each. Based on an explanation that my classmates made and on the image above, the participants will be able to know how to write in Braille System. So depending on the letter that we want to do, we will place the lemons on the number of quadrants needed.
For example, if we want to write an F, we will place lemons on the quadrant number 1, 2, and 4. If we want to write an A, we will place 1 lemon on the quadrant number 1. Each egg carton represents just 1 letter, so we can only do words with 4 letters. This activity consists on asking to the participants to write some short words with the Braille system. These words will belong to a category that we will define. For example, nicknames, animals, colors, movies, etc.
I have already 4 here. You just have to cut it 3 per 2. I'm gonna write the word cat. First, I got to do the C with the letters of the alphabet that is like the image. So here is the C. Each cardboard is a word. So here is the A. And I'm going to show you an image of each letter. And this is the T. So now I have formed the word cat, so you can see it. My name is Sara. So first I have to do the S. Then it's like this. The S. The A that I already show you. The R. That is this. And the A again.
Braille isn't just used for documents or books, it also has a host of the real-world purposes. Although it is made of a combination of just 6 dots, Braille can be used to represent a lot of numbers and so many letters. Braille it is used in our everyday communication. Braille brings sight to the visually impaired or the blind people.
So this was the Braille system. I hope you enjoy it and see you next time.